Let's dive deep into the messiest, most shocking scandal to hit Hollywood since the last Kardashian drama. We're talking about the one and only Diddy, and let me tell you, this tea is so hot it might just burn your tongue. So buckle up, buttercups, because this roller coaster of drama is about to leave you shook, shocked, and possibly needing therapy. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the handcuffs on the mogul. Y'all, Diddy's been arrested, and the charges are more serious than my commitment issues. We're talking narcotics, assault, and some seriously freaky business that's making everyone's jaws drop faster than my standards on a lonely Friday night. But hold on to your wigs, because this tea is about to get even more scalding. Apparently, Mama Bear Janice Combs might be more involved in this mess than we ever thought possible. And honey, when I say involved, I mean knee-deep in the freaky swamp.
I'm not making an excuse because I believe in those people shouldn't have went through what they went through. But at the same time, judging Puffy, he might have some shit going on when he was young. You know, Mama ran a house. There was all kind of activities in there. And he was there when he was young. He might not, some of those men might not want to teach him how to draw. Like there's something else flying in that landed besides that paper plane, you know?
Now, before you start clutching your pearls, let's break this down like a choreographed dance routine. In this video, we see Diddy and his mom, Janice, both hooked up to IV fluids. At first glance, you might think, oh, how sweet, mother-son bonding over some hydration. But honey, this ain't no spa day treatment.
My mom's gorgeous. Hold on, let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, let's rewind a hot second for anyone who's been living under a rock or just trying to avoid this mess like I avoid my ex's Instagram stories. A few days ago, Diddy was arrested faster than I change outfits for a night out. The authorities claim they found narcotics in his hotel room, and honey, that's just the appetizer in this 5-course meal of chaos. The main dish, a list of indictments longer than my Christmas wish list. We're talking about these so-called freak-off events or SLP parties. Now, don't let the cute names fool you. These weren't your average game nights with Scrabble and cheese dip. Oh no, honey. These were allegedly elaborate and produced performances that Diddy arranged, directed, and often recorded. Like, is he trying to win an Emmy for Most Scandalous Producer or what? But wait, it gets worse. Diddy allegedly lured women in with promises of true romance. You know, like those dating shows where everyone finds their soulmate in 2 weeks? Yeah, about as real as my eyelashes on a Friday night. Once he gained their trust, he allegedly used force or coercion to have them engage in, let's just say, activities that would make even the most open-minded among us blush. And get this. After these encounters, the women would allegedly receive IV fluids to help them physically recover. I mean, is this a party or a hospital ward? Make it make sense. Now, Diddy's legal team tried to play it cool, entering a not guilty plea faster than I swipe left on dating apps. But honey, the judge wasn't buying what Diddy was selling. Despite offering a whopping $50 million for bail, that's more zeros than I've had hot dinners, the judge shut it down harder than I shut down bad pickup lines. The judge, Robin Tarnowski, looked at all the options, house arrest, ankle monitors, you name it, but in the end, she was like, nah, the risk is too high. She even dropped this bomb. The presumption in favor of detention has not been rebutted by the defense. In other words, Diddy, you ain't going nowhere, honey. But here's where it gets real interesting, y'all. When Diddy was trying to secure that bail, he wasn't just offering up his own Miami mansion, worth a cool $48 million, by the way. Oh no, he was ready to sell his mama's house too. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm in trouble, the last thing I'm doing is dragging my mama's property into it. And speaking of Mama Combs, why on earth did she have to give up her passport as part of Diddy's plea deal? Is she planning a surprise vacay we don't know about? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Now, Diddy's lawyer tried to paint him as Mr. Trustworthy, talking about how he surrendered his passport and kept the government in the loop about his travels. But honey, the judge saw through that act faster than I see through a fuckboy's you up text at 2 a.m.
Came out, Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name.
But hold up, we're not done yet. Apparently, this whole case is mostly about Cassie, Diddy's ex, and Diddy's lawyer, Mark Geragos, is out here spilling more tea than a clumsy waiter at high tea.
He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case. And we're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he. And eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent.
Mark even had the audacity to claim that Cassie was the one who started the physical altercation in that video we all saw a few months back. According to him, Cassie hit Diddy in the head with a cell phone because she found out he had more than one girlfriend. Girl, if having multiple partners was a crime, half of Hollywood would be in jail. But let's circle back to Mama Combs, because this is where things get real juicy. Not too long ago, Janice was rushed to the hospital complaining about chest pain. At first, we all thought, oh, poor Mama Combs, stressed about her son's legal troubles. But now, I'm starting to think she might have been stressed for a whole different reason. Rumor has it, and y'all know I love me some good rumors, that Janice isn't just the sweet, innocent Mama Bear we all thought she was. Some folks are saying she's the secret mastermind behind Diddy's empire, the quiet gatekeeper of all his dealings, which means if these rumors are true, she knew all about these freaky parties and might have even been involved in setting them up. Now, I'm not one to spread gossip without receipts. Who am I kidding? Yes, I am. But there are whispers that Janice was spotted in some of the tapes recovered when the feds raided Diddy's home. I don't know what she was doing in those tapes, but honey, it's got people talking. And let's not forget that video of Diddy and Janice both hooked up to IV drips. The same kind of IV drips that were allegedly needed after those wild parties. Coincidence? I think not. But the weirdness doesn't stop there. Oh no, people have been side-eyeing Diddy and Janice's relationship for a while now. I mean, a little kiss between mother and son? Okay, I'll give you that. But Diddy out here talking about how his mom is single and ready to mingle, taking her to strip clubs and describing how she was working it on the floor? Honey, that's more red flags than a communist parade. Some folks are even saying that this kind of mother-son dynamic explains a lot about Diddy's relationships with women. Apparently, men who have unhealthy relationships with their mamas often struggle with boundaries and have some wild expectations when it comes to loyalty and commitment. Sound familiar? But here's the real kicker. This behavior didn't just start when Diddy became famous. Oh no, honey. This tea has been brewing since his college days. We've got women from Howard University spilling the beans about Diddy's controlling personality way back when. We're talking unwanted touching, temper tantrums, and even allegations of physical altercations with girlfriends. Yikes on bikes. Now, if all this was going down when Diddy was in college, fresh out from under Mama Combs' wing, you've got to wonder, did she know? Did she see the signs? And if she did, why didn't she do anything about it? But wait, it gets even messier. We've all heard the stories about how Diddy allegedly treated his own mother. Gene Deal once talked about hearing Diddy curse at his mom and tell her to shut up. Gene even threatened to beat Diddy up if he spoke to his mom like that again.
When he cursed out, we was getting in a limousine. This is when the office was on 19th Street and 5th Avenue. He said, didn't I tell you to stay out of my business? He was talking to his mother. And I said, boy, let me tell you something. If I ever hear you cuss your mother again, I'll you. You ain't gonna bring nothing but bad luck to us. Don't you ever cuss your mother again. Gene, but I told her to stay out of my business. I didn't have no business if it wasn't for her. I'm not playing with you, man. Now you need to apologize to her.
Embrace yourselves because it gets worse. There have been reports that Diddy even slapped his mom across the face. I mean, can you even?
Well, I spoke to Kirk Barrows and he told me some shit, bro. It's some things that I didn't even know about way back in the past. You know, like when the City College tragedy was going on and everything, and Diddy was on suicide watch. You know, Kirk Barrows was like, yo, man, I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he his mother. And I was like, he did what? And Kirk Barrows said, yeah. I just thought because of what he was going through with the, you know, the tragedy, it was like, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, but he was like, yeah, I thought that he would grow out of it, or it was just because he's going through. When he mother.
With all this tea spilling, people are starting to wonder if Mama Combs should be investigated too. One person on social media wrote, "Mothers will protect their children, but Janice knew what her son Shaw Diddy Combs was doing all these years. Diddy's mom needs to be investigated too. Nobody is off limits because these are heinous charges filed against him." And let's not forget those rumors about Janice running a shop back in the day. Could it be that Mama Combs was the one who introduced Diddy to this wild lifestyle? Is there a chance she could be implicated in this case too? So, here we are, besties, drowning in a sea of questions with barely a life raft of answers. Is Janice Combs the puppet master behind Diddy's empire of scandal? Was she actively involved in these alleged crimes or just turning a blind eye? And if she was involved, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Mama Combs is innocent in all this, or do you smell something fishy? How do you think she might have been involved in Diddy's alleged crimes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this tea party started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button harder than Diddy's lawyer is probably hitting the law books right now. Trust and believe, I'll be here keeping my ear to the ground and my nose in everybody's business, ready to spill all the latest tea on this wild saga. Until next time, stay messy, stay nosy, and for the love of all that's scandalous, stay tuned. This is Hot Gossip, signing off and heading straight to church because after all this tea, I need Jesus. Goodbye.